أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما رب زدني علما رب زدني علما السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Now this is our last subtopic under this classification. We are still under the fifth classification, which is التقسيم الخامس من حيث التجرد والزيادة. This classification is based on uh, the root letter verb. We look at this classification in terms of the verb whose letters are root, and the one whose part of its letters are what are additional letters. So looking at it from this angle, we said what verb is divided into two, which are mujarrad and what and al mazid. Mujarrad and mazid. Al fi'l al mujarrad and al fi'l al mazid. And al fi'l mujarrad, based on the last lesson, we said is the root lettered verb. Root verb. So that is mujarrad. And we further say that mujarrad is divided into two, which are mujarrad sulasi, the three-lettered root verb, and mujarrad rubai, the four-lettered root verb. So that is the case of mujarrad. And mazid now. Mazid also, we said, is divided into what? Into two. Into two, and that two is what? That two are they are mazidu sulasi. That is mazidul mujarrad sulasi. That is mujarradu sulasi. Now increasing mujarradu sulasi with either one letter, two letters, or three letters. That's mazidu sulasi. Then mazidu rubai. That is mazidul mujarrad al rubai. I hope you know mujarrad rubai already. Then mazidul mujarrad al rubai. Mazidul mujarrad al sulasi. Mujarradu sulasi are the root verb. Mujarradu rubai is also what a root verb. So now in the case of mazid now, mazid is increasing that mujarradu sulasi. Increment of mujarradu sulasi is mazidu sulasi. Then increment of mujarradu rubai is mazidu rubai. Now without wasting our time, I've explained all these things in our previous lesson, and I believe it's very clear. I've explained everything, and I believe is clear, and I've sent some charts to you. Make sure you go through the chart. It's very helpful. Just go through it. It's just like a breakdown of all these things. A breakdown of it, like mujarrad and mazid. Then types of mujarrad sulasi and rubai. Then also types of mujarrad sulasi, and also type of mujarrad rubai. Then in case of mazid also types of mazid rubai, types of mazid sulasi. It's just there, and if you are very serious, I believe you will understand everything there. So that one. So the last subtopic under this topic is what is the mazid rubai. Mazid al rubai. So let's look at that. Don't forget, our last topic last week was mazidu as-sulasi. Mazidu sulasi, and we said mazidu sulasi is divided into three. Mazidu biharfin. Mazidu sulasi biharfin. Mazidu sulasi biharfin. Mazidu sulasi bi thalathati ahruf. And I believe that is clear. So now let's look at the mazidu al-rubai. So mazidu rubai. So this is the awzan of mazidu rubai. What do you mean by mazidu rubai? What do you mean by mazidu rubai? Firstly, before we look at the types, mazidu rubai, what do you mean by this? Mazidu rubai. It means the increment of what? Of the four-letter root verb. Example of the four-letter root verb is what? Daharaja. Daharaja. So this daharaja now is a four-letter root verb now. at least. So now the increment of this daharoja of the of verb like this, fa'alala. Fa'alala is mujarrad rubai. So we are doing the increment of this fa'alala. Fa'alala. So this is what we are talking about. This is mujarrad, right? So now increasing this mujarrad by either one letter or by two letters. That's what we are referring to as mujarrad, as mazid rubai. Increasing that rubai. You know rubai already. Fa'alala, dahraja, kahakora, zalzala, ta'ata'a, and so on and so forth. So that rubai now, increasing it. That is what we are looking at. So the awzan, the templates of mazidu rubai, we have two templates. The first one is looking at it from mazidu rubai biharfin. The first one is mazidu rubai biharfin. Increasing rubai, increasing al mujarradu rubai with one letter. With what? Biharfin. Only one letter. And the second one, mazidu rubai biharfin. Increasing that rubai with two letters. I believe we should have a question at this point. This one, we have only two templates for it. Only two types in the mazidu rubai. Okay, this one is not awzan. These are aksam. Putting it as awzan is wrong. Aksam. Aksam mazidu rubai. So types of mazidu rubai. We are still going to look at the awzan, the template, but this one are the types. These are not the templates. So mazidu rubai biharfin and mazidu rubai biharfin. But in the case of the sulasi, you know we have three types. Mazidu sulasi biharfin, mazidu sulasi biharfin, mazidu sulasi bisalasat ahruf. And that becomes 6. The sulasi has 3 letters and plus 1, and next one plus 2, the next one plus 3. So the maximum is what? 3 plus 3, which gives us what? 6. So verb cannot exceed 6. Verb cannot what? Exceed 6. So the question I'm expecting you to ask in this stage is that why don't you have mazidu rubai bisalasati aruf here? Like in the case of mazidu sulasi. Why? We cannot have it here because we are increasing rubai, 4-letter root verb. So increasing rubai biharfin, in the case of this one now, increasing it with one letter will give us what? 5. So that is 5-letter verb. So now increasing it, mazidu rubai biharfin, with 2 letters will give us 6. 4 plus 6. That is, this 4 is the mujarrad. So we are increasing it with 1 letter here and increasing it with 2 letters here. 2 letters. That will give us 6. And I said verb cannot be more than 6. Okay, let's assume we now say mazidu rubai bisalasat aruf, 4 plus 3. Salasat 4 plus 3 letters. So that is 7. So this 7 has exceeded the rule. That means you've broken the rule. So it's not possible for a verb to be more than 6. So mazidu rubai is divided into 2, which are what? Mazidu rubai biharfin and mazidu rubai biharfin. But mazidu sulasi are 3. Mazidu sulasi biharfin, mazidu sulasi biharfin, mazidu sulasi bisalasati ahruf. I hope you get that. So that's that on that. So let's look at the next one, which are the awzan. So let's look at the first one, mazidu rubai biharfin. Mazidu rubai biharfin, increasing the mujarradu rubai, increasing the 4-letter root verb with 1 letter. That is adding a letter to the 4-letter root verb. Let's look at it. Lahu waznun wahid. It has only one template. It has waznu template wahid, which is 1. It has only one template. So the template is what? The template is tafa'lala. Don't forget the mazid, the mujarrad rubai is what? Fa'lala. So this is the mujarrad rubai. Are we following? This is the mujarrad rubai. I've mentioned this in our previous lesson. So mujarrad rubai fa'lala. So now mazidu mujarrad rubai be harfin. Adding one letter to this mujarrad rubai to give us what? This. To give us this tafa'lala. So what do we add here? We add this star. This star is the harfin, is the one letter we're adding to mujarrad rubai to give us what? Mazid rubai bi harfin. So tafa'lala. Tafa'lala. So fa'lala is the mujarrad rubai. So now increasing that mujarrad rubai with one letter to give us what? Tafa'lala. And this is the only template for the mazid rubai. So let's look at the examples. The first one we have tadahraja. Tadahraja. You can see we added ta to it to become what? Mazidu ar-rubai. So all these things, their meaning are different. The meaning of dahraja is different from the meaning of tadahraja. Are you getting it? So I'm not here to be telling you the meaning. If you want to know the meaning, go and check the dictionary yourself, you get it. If I'm telling you the meaning along with what I'm treating now, you are going to be lost. So make a personal effort to get the meaning. I want you to just make your research about the meaning is there in the dictionary. Compare and contrast. Compare the meaning of dahraja and compare the meaning of what? Tadahraja. Better still, let me refer you to a dictionary. You can download online. It's called Al-Ma'ani. Al-Ma'ani. You can download it online. It's there and it's very, very good. There is Arabic to Arabic. There is Arabic to English. There is English to Arabic. So that English to Arabic is also the one for Arabic to English. That one is from English, Arabic to English. But we have also Arabic to Arabic. You just make sure you get the truth so that you can be able to compare and contrast. It's very good. Get the dictionary, look at the meaning yourself. I'm not here to be telling you the meaning, but just know that the meaning are what they are different. I'm just here to teach you how to formulate the word, how to do what, to formulate the word and the rules guiding them. Except I'm bound to tell you the meaning, because if I don't tell you the meaning, we won't be able to move forward. But in this case, just check the meaning yourself. So as I was saying, I said this star is what? Is the added letter to what? Dahraja. So tadahraja. Another example, taba'thara. So ordinarily this ba'thara is a rubai, mujarrad rubai. And adding this star to it to become taba'thara make the verb what? Mazidu rubai bi harfin. We also have zalzala. So it becomes what? Tazalzala by adding one letter to it to become what? Tazalzala. So that is that on that. Let's look at the last one, which is mazid al-rubai biharfain. Mazid al-rubai biharfain. So I hope you are getting it. So now in the case of the two letters, adding two letters to the rubai, mujarrad rubai, adding two letters to it. That one has two templates. Lahu was none. It has two templates, and these templates And what the first one is what? If and lala. If and lala. So don't forget the normal Rubai template, which is one, which is what? Fa and lala. Fa and lala. So now here we now said what? Adding two letters to this fa and lala, now got what? If and lala. Definitely, this alif is one of the letter we added to it, and the last letter is embedded in this lam. Are you following? The last additional letter is embedded in this lam. If and lala. If alalla rather. If alalla. If alalla. So that's a, let's look at the example. We have itma'anna. Itma'anna. So this alif is the added letter, and we have more nun here as the added letter to become what? To become 6 letters. 6 letters, and that's the highest letter a verb can be. A verb can be. So we also have iksha'arro. Iksha'arro. So alif and ro, they are the added additional letters. So the second template we have if and lala. If and lala. So you can see the additional letters are what? Alif and nun. Alif and nun. So we in the normal root letter, the normal mujarrad rubai are what? Fa, a, fa, la. That those are the additional. Those are the root letters. They are the root letters. But additional letters are what? The alif and the nun. If and la. So this verb generally, if they ask you which verb is this, when mentioning the attributes or the features of the verb, you have to mention that the verb is what? The verb is mazidu al-rubai. That is mazidu al-mujarrad al-rubai biharfin rather. بحرفين مزيد المجرد الرباعي بحرفين. I hope you get what مزيد المجرد الرباعي بحرفين implies now. Whenever you hear anything like this outside, you should know what they are referring to. So let's look at the example for this. If and lala, we have ihranjama. Ihranjama. So the additional letters are what? This alif and this nun. Ihran, this alif and the nun. Ihranjama. So the another one is ifranqa'a. Ifranqa'a. We have this alif and this nun. You can see alif and nun. They are additional letters. Additional letters. I hope you understand. The lesson is very simple and straightforward, and I believe by now we should be able to understand, translate, and analyze a verb like this whenever you encounter them. So when you see a haran jama, for example, you should know this verb is from if and lala. When you see iksha'arro, you should know it's from what? If alalla, which is mazidul mujarrad ar-rubai biharfain. So there is no way you can know all these things. There is no way you can master them than for you to be practicing it. Check them from time to time. Look for their examples in the Quran. Look for their examples in the Hadith. Are you getting? So that is how you can master. There is no way you can master them except that way. Except that way. So that is that on the case of aqsamul fi'l, taqsimul fi'l rather, taqsimul fi'l, division of verbs. So this is the last topic, which this topic happens to be the last subtopic under the last topic. So we are through with the taqsimul fi'l now. So min haythu zaman, min haythu atadiya wal luzum, min haythu الصحة والعلة من حيث البناء الفاعل والبناء من حيث المعلوم والمجهول، من حيث التجرد والزيادة. So these are the five classifications which we faced in this level. So we are through with that with these classifications. So if you don't understand anyone there, just go back there and revise. Inshallah, I'll be looking forward to have a live section with you guys, and anything you don't understand, you can ask me during the live section. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.